November 11th is Veterans Day, and this year it's also the 100th anniversary of the end of the First World War. That makes it the perfect time for our own Casey Krajewski to share the history of local war hero Judd Kendall.
Oliver Judd Kendall was just 28 years old in 1917 when he enlisted in the Army to fight in World War I. He was assigned to the Army Engineers School and rose to the rank of First Lieutenant. When he was deployed to France, the U.S. was new to the war. Some felt the American troops would struggle with trench warfare and should be used as filler in the British Army.
Finally, the British and French said, fine, we'll give you this sector of the line across from the village of Cantigny, and when you get situated there, you formulate an attack plan, and if that's successful, then we'll recognize that you're capable of fighting in this war.
It all hinged on the Battle of Cantigny. Kendall led a party out onto the battlefield a few nights prior to the scheduled operation to prepare the site for the U.S. troops.
And at one point, Judd Kendall heard a noise and asked one of the privates in the group to come with him to investigate, and then he told the private to stay back and wait for him. And the private saw Judd Kendall move off into the darkness, and then he heard a noise that sounded like some equipment being dropped, and then he heard nothing. And Kendall did not return. So it was assumed that he had been taken prisoner by the Germans.
Kendall's capture was a concern for the entire U.S. military. As an officer, he was aware of the Army's battle plans for Cantigny. If the Germans could force him to give up information, it could mean thousands of lives lost.
He knew the secrets, as they say, and he kept them. He kept his mouth shut, and he did it to save the attack, save his fellow soldiers, and he paid the ultimate sacrifice.
The Battle of Cantigny became the U.S.'s first victory in the war. However, Kendall's body was found months later, buried behind enemy lines. In a letter to Kendall's mother, Captain Shipley Thomas wrote that if Kendall had given away intel, 12,000 American lives could have been lost. In my opinion, the gallantry of your son prevented this and saved the American Army, he wrote. When the Naperville VFW opened in 1944, it was named in Kendall's honor. Lobbying done by the Post in the 1990s led to Kendall posthumously being awarded the Purple Heart, the Silver Star, and the French Croix de Guerre. A fitting legacy for one of Naperville's greatest veterans. For Naperville News 17, I'm Casey Krajewski.
This Veterans Day at 3 p.m., there will be a special program at the Carillon with a half-hour of patriotic music and the tolling of Big Joe in remembrance of the 100th anniversary of the ending of World War I.